Hey everybody, Rockin' Coach Amy here, and I decided to come down to Central Park here in Mishawaka, aka the Riverwalk. Hold on, I'm trying to get my glove back on because it is chilly out. So I do want to make sure I have my glove on. And basically I'm going to take you on a walk, maybe get a view of the river, because it is a beautiful place. Right now there's not very many people out because it's cold. It is 37 degrees out here. And I have my microphone. Dustin gave me a good idea, which was to put the microphone down in my shirt so that we don't hear, I'm gonna go this way to get down by the water, so that we don't hear the wind. It's not real windy right now, but once I get down by the water, it could very well be windy. Oh, and the river looks really high today. To be honest with you, it's been years since I've been down here. Let me see if I can tighten this up a bit. My camera is moving everywhere. Let me do this. There, that should be better. So, it's been years since I've walked on the Riverwalk. I think mainly because when I was still overweight, I would come down here to walk, and essentially one day I came here to walk. It's about 3 miles. It used to take me about 45 minutes. Hi, Mr. Squirrel. Where you at, buddy? There you are. So it takes about, I don't know, 45 minutes. We'll see. I don't know if I'm going to film this whole thing just because I don't want to bore you guys while I'm walking, but you can see the river's over here. It's beautiful, but it does look extremely high today. Probably from all the melting snow and rain that we've had this week. Hopefully there's not any flooded areas here. But I wanted to give you guys a different view, different scenery, just because this is a beautiful place, right? Who would have thought Mishawaka, Indiana could have little things? Oh, there's some geese over here, Canadian geese behind me. And they are a protected species here, so sorry, Rick. You wouldn't be able to eat them. Well, you could, but they are protected. So it's a beautiful day here by the river, a little chilly. So back to my story. I think it was in 2016, I was walking on the Riverwalk, and basically I got halfway around the 3 miles and my foot started hurting excruciating. And it was like 6 in the morning and I couldn't call anybody. There was nobody to call. My husband was at work. I was on vacation. My parents probably weren't awake yet. There was nobody to call and pick me up and drive me back to my car. So, and I ended up having to have surgery on that foot. Now granted, I was still heavy back then, right? So I had to walk with a hurt foot 1.5 miles to get back to my vehicle. That kind of traumatized me a little bit. And so I really haven't been back here since. The other reason why I haven't done the Riverwalk is walking alone. You know, for a while there, the crime did increase in this area. And so it can be a little scary. Oh, and I forgot my mace today. Dang it. Well, you all are walking with me, so I should be safe, right? So there's that. And then the third thing is there's really not good bathrooms here. And for several years, I did have some bathroom issues, which seem to be resolved now. But you really need to make sure that when you go on this particular walk, that you don't have to go to the bathroom. Not to mention this walk, there's a lot of hills, ups and downs. Our city built this beautiful walkway so that we could come out here and enjoy nature and enjoy the beautiful St. Joe River in Indiana. And today, honestly, I hate being out in the cold, but there's nobody out here. It's kind of nice. And you're gonna see different parts of the river. It's called the Riverwalk, Mishawaka Riverwalk. There's a Riverwalk in South Bend too, because the St. Joe River flows all the way from Niles, Michigan, through South Bend, through Mishawaka, and then Elkhart. So it is really a beautiful place, and I'm happy to be able to take you on this walk with me today. I will do this again when it's a little sunnier, just because it'll be even more spectacular when we do it when it's sunny out. And I'm getting ready to walk under this viaduct, this bridge, which is actually Main Street. So it might get a little dark here for a minute. But there's a road right above this, walking underneath a road. You will see here in a minute. You just turn around. Over here, behind me, is the ironworks and the mill. And there's a really cool ice skating rink there that they built. You can also go tubing and sledding. Very cool. There's a bridge, we'll pass that and I'll be able to show you that. So some things I wanted to talk about. I had to wait 30 minutes to go on this walk. Why? Why 30 minutes? Well, I chose 30 minutes, but the real reason is today was the first day that we didn't have inclement weather, that I could pick my mother-in-law up and take her to get her hair cut. She's 94, she has dementia, but she still gets around really well with a walker. So I picked her up and I took her to get her hair cut. It had been growing very, very long because we have had terrible weather here since October. It's been blizzard after blizzard. And it's just been terrible. There's the road behind me that we just walked under. So I'm going to try to show you the sights from behind as we pass them. But it's just beautiful here, even when it's cold out. Sometime I should come out when it's snowing, but I think we're almost past the snow. And I really don't like being out in the cold. So anyway, I took her out to get her hair cut. And then we went to lunch. Now, I will say this. I was a little disappointed with the breakfast. It's our usual place, and I know they use seed oils. I've asked them to use butter. But to double compound that, I ordered a meat omelet. And I'm like, you know what? I've really been abstaining from cheese the last couple weeks, at least at home. I'm not eating cheese at home right now, right? So I thought, well, I'm going to get a little Swiss cheese on my omelet. And I'm only going to reserve this as a treat when I go out. Well, I'm not going to be able to do that anymore. Because when I got the omelet, not only did it have a slice of Swiss cheese on it, but it had slices of American cheese on the outside and on the inside. So I was very disappointed. I tried to scrape off the cheese off the top, but then when I realized they had put it on the inside of the omelet, I'm like, yeah. Not to mention, when you go clean eating for as long as I have, 8 years, with no seed oils, and you go to a restaurant and they serve you something that's been cooked in seed oils, I can taste it. I don't know, post in the comments if you can taste it when they cook with seed oils. So I wanted to wait. Oh, and here's the bridge, guys. This is kind of neat. The bridge of Mishawaka. I'm gonna see if I can get that in there. So if you don't want to walk the whole walk, you can cut across that bridge and then turn around. So I can taste when they use seed oils in restaurant food. And honestly, it doesn't taste very good to me. It just doesn't taste very good. So next time I will unfortunately have to ask for no seed oils. Oh, this is a good workout. I forgot what a good little trail this was. Up here, I think we have some sort of memorial for veterans, a veterans memorial, and all of the flags are at half staff for Coach Lou Holtz. Hi. And a gentleman walking his dog. I'll try to show you this when we pass it. Again, neat little walk. It's less embarrassing for me too to walk around with the selfie stick here because I don't know any of these people. So there's that. Okay, I'll show you this memorial here in a minute. Kind of cool. There is a few people out here walking today. So the seed oils, yeah. I don't think I'm going to be able to get cheese anymore when I go out because they're just not using good enough quality of cheese for my taste. Definitely do not like, the American cheese with the seed oils. Trying not to put that in my body. But you can't always get what you want, I guess. So the next thing I wanted to talk about is I'm starting to get my blood work back. And I don't have the full panel back, but I have little bits and pieces of the breakdown of my high LDL. And I've been doing research already this morning in Dr. Berry's book, but my ApoB ApoB little a was low, and my ApoB little b was high. So I've got to wait for the particle sizes to come back. But I'm really excited, and I will share that with you. Oh, here's the memorial. Can you see that? With the flags at half-staff for Coach Lou Holtz, the governor of Indiana. I don't know if you can see that. I think the trees are in the way. The governor of the Indiana requested we lower the flags at half-staff for Coach Lou Holtz. Love him, just loved him. I was blessed to be able to go to Notre Dame while he was coach. So sorry about that. I know I'm jumping around a lot, but I have to point things out as I see them. So my ApoB little b was high and my ApoB little a was low. Now I think they both can indicate cardiac disease, but the fact that my little a is low, I think that one's more significantly related to cardiac disease. Plus my HDL was like 98 or something, like something ridiculously high. So that was really good, in my opinion. You go, guy, man, he's booking it. It's good to see people out here running. People run this all the time. Yes. So this little memorial here, I think with the fire burning in it, if you can see that right down here, I think that's the Vietnam memorial here. I am now in Battelle Park. So this 3-mile walk walks all the way through the city. Kind of cool. The river's still over this way, but it takes you in and out and around through several parks. And there's places to sit down. Oh, here's a bathroom up here, but my guess is it's probably not even open this time. Okay, so there's that. So I'm waiting for the rest of my results. I did schedule my CAC scan. I didn't do it until April 7th though, because I have jury duty coming up. So that's, I'd hate to have to call back and reschedule. And honestly, my viewpoint is I'm not dying. This is just something my doctor is requesting because he wants to put me on a statin, and I do not want to go on a statin, and that's not medical advice. That is my personal opinion and journey. And if you want to know more about how I came to my opinion, you can get the book, The Cholesterol Myth, by, I think it's Steven Sinatra and Bowden was the other author. So I read that book like 8 years ago, and I knew then that fixing my diet was going to be the way to fix my health. So, have we really almost walked a mile already? Because hopefully my watch will tell me. I think this is just over 3 miles. So hopefully I don't run out of steam. Okay, so the next topic I wanted to talk about was YouTube, actually. Several creators and I have been communicating with each other, and we are losing subs. So apparently YouTube has done a sweep of subs. Now, I don't know if they're just sweeping or removing subs that aren't actively watching, but if you want to do me a favor, and we'll do this as a test, go to my channel. Well, you're on my channel, but go and hit unsubscribe and then resubscribe and turn on all notifications. Just so that we can make sure, because YouTube's been doing a lot of weird stuff lately. And I want to make sure you guys stay subscribed and you get the notifications of when I release a video or go live, right? Do this with all your favorite people, Juliet, Dustin. My husband told me he listens to this professor of rock YouTuber who actually talks about rock music. And he lost 100,000 subs in the last week. So that's what he mentioned to do, was unsubscribe and then resubscribe, so that YouTube doesn't do a sweep and remove you as a subscriber. And I've noticed too that I've been unsubscribed from some channels that I would subscribe to and not getting notifications either. So if you wouldn't mind doing that as a test, I would appreciate it. All right. Oh, so the next topic, sorry, I have a little cheat sheet here so I don't forget what I wanted to talk about. The next topic I wanted to talk about was what things I changed this week. So Monday night, I heard Nisha say something really prolific. And it was Kim Howerton and her have worked with several women, and they noticed that some women, especially women over 40, which I fit in that category, who have hormone issues, tend to not do as well if they skip breakfast, right? And honestly, that struck a note with me. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna try this. I'm not skipping, even if it's just a little meal. So what I've been doing in the mornings is I've been eating like a couple hard-boiled eggs and then some bacon, right? I'll move this up a little bit so that you guys can see the beautiful view. Trying to get as much of the river as I can. So I decided to start eating breakfast, and if I eat a lunch, fine. If I don't, fine. So most days I've been doing 2 meals and trying to eat the second meal by 4 or 5 p.m. and then no snacking at night, right? Last night was a struggle. I don't know what it was. I was tired. Juliet and I did our live together. I was honestly tired before the live. And at any time I do something like a live or work on a project, I feel like I'm extremely hungry after that. So I'm like, no, I'm not gonna fall into this trap. I'm not gonna fall into this snack trap. And I told myself, Amy, you're not really hungry. You're just tired. You're tired. So I'm like, I'm going to go down and mix some electrolytes and water in cold water, and I'm gonna drink that. And then I'm gonna go to bed. And that's exactly what I did. Now, that did feel good. I mean, I felt better. So I think sometimes you just have to have a little pep talk with yourself, because it really does feel like hunger to me. I'm hungry after I eat a meal, right? So it really truly does feel like hunger to me. So that's my plan. If I feel hungry at night, instead I'm gonna either lick my salt rock or drink some electrolytes and then do an activity like go for a walk, get on my treadmill, or get on the stationary bike. So that's what I plan on doing when I feel hunger. Do something else, right? And I notice when I work on technology projects late at night, that's when it seems to be the worst. Now, am I losing weight? No. Have I gained weight? No. So, you know what? I'll take that as a win. A wash is a win. And my body still could be healing its metabolism from when I did, low-fat keto. So, I'm trying to get in big meals and not snacking in between them. And if I feel hungry in between meals, then my game plan is to have some salt, right? Have some salt, drink something, those are my goals. Well, I've been talking for 20 minutes. Okay, so the other thing I'm doing today, I got up at 4 a.m. I know this is not great, but I'm smoking a pork butt today. So when I get back to the house, I'll probably show you guys what's going on there for a little bit, and show you what the pork butt looks like. I've never smoked a pork butt before, but they're so cheap. I think I've been getting them at like sometimes 99 cents a pound, sometimes $1.79. So less than 20 bucks, you can get this huge piece of meat, and you can smoke it or pressure cook it or slow cook it, and it comes out amazing. So there's that. Oh, actually, I'm not that cold. I thought I would be freezing walking out in 35-degree weather, but it's really not that bad. When I get down to the other side, there's a little place you can walk down and see the water. I will film that for you because it's absolutely stunning. The final thing I have, and then I guess I can just talk about whatever or stop filming for a bit, is my husband. So most of you have been following the story about him having his cyst removed and being put on all these antibiotics based on the pathology test of that cyst. And essentially, he then got Stevens-Johnson's disease, which could be fatal. It's very serious, and it's a reaction to medication, right? And he's doing much better. But we did announce his retirement yesterday to his company. He's done. He has a very physical job. In this situation, he's like, I'm done. I'm just done working. So Dennis's last day of work will be May 29th. And I'm very proud of him. He's, a few years older than me. I'm not going to tell his age right now, but you probably can guess. He's worked his whole life and he deserves this. And since I'm younger, I'm not retiring, but everything is going to be awesome. I'm so proud of you, honey, if you're watching this. So proud of you. I love you, and looking forward to what's going to happen with us in the future, right? Maybe we can travel. So there's that. Oh, I don't know if I can turn this around so you can see the bridge. We're getting ready to walk over. Give me a second, I'll do this. Okay, so this is the bridge. This is Logan Street Bridge. I don't know if you can see that behind the trees. We are gonna walk around that on a busy street here. It's absolutely beautiful though. And I'm really surprised at how comfortable it is walking today. Okay, I flipped that back around. Hopefully you saw that. Hopefully I captured that. I gotta put my glove back on. It's cold outside. Give me a second. I think I've been talking for about 20 minutes now. So those really were the things that I wanted to talk about today. Oh, here's another thing. I've been selected for jury duty again. So I'm probably not going to be able to have a live stream on Thursday at 11:30, considering I have to report to the courthouse at 10:30 on Thursday. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to switch my live stream for just next week from 11:30 on Thursday until Friday at 5:15 p.m. So right after I get off work, I will live stream. That seemed to be a good day. Okay, so we are now going around, going in a big circle, and we're on the end part of the Riverwalk. There's the St. Joseph River. I'm now walking on Logan Street. That's a pretty sight, isn't it? Taking you guys along with me. And if you guys feel compelled, get out and go for a walk. Get out and go for a walk while you're watching this. If the weather's not great, get up and walk around your home for 15 minutes. Go up and down the stairs if you have stairs, right? the whole purpose of me having these is to inspire you to get out and move, because I need that inspiration, right? Hi there. So the whole point of this is let's move. Let's do it together. Let's do it before summer. Let's start now. You can bundle up. I have my winter coat on, right? You can see this. I have my little headband on, Go Irish, my winter coat. Let's inspire each other to get moving in. And I also want to show you the beautiful scenery that we have here. Eventually, I will take you on a walk out at Notre Dame. Show you things there. Let's see. So, get up, get moving. Let's get the blood pumping. I have been stagnant for way too long since I've been in these classes. So now that I'm not studying every day anymore, I want to make sure I get out and move and get the blood pumping. And honestly, since I started doing these walk and talks, I feel so much better. Even if it is freezing outside, which it's near freezing. Okay, so we're going around the end. We're on the home stretch. This is Lincoln Way Highway. I drive this street to work when I go into the office. Many of you know I work from home, so hopefully I'm not jiggling the camera too much. All right, I don't want to bore you guys, so I may shut the camera off for a few minutes until I get to a place that's really pretty. That way I'm just not rambling on. Okay, I thought I would turn the camera around a little bit because we're on the other side of the river. We were just over there where all these houses were. And now, thought this would be a pretty view of the river, so I have the camera turned around. And people can ride bikes here, you can walk, but it's just so pretty, even when it's not sunny. I don't know if you could hear that river rushing or not. I think this is one of my favorite parts of the walk. Look at that, isn't that stunning? And I will tell you when we get to the end how far I've actually walked, so that you know. But if anybody comes to walk or to visit here in Mishawaka, Indiana, I will probably suggest we do this walk together because it's just beautiful. I just love it. You can also come down here, read a book. You can fish. There's lots of things you can do. It's just so pretty. I think this is one of our best features here, and you can see the houses up there on the other side. That's where we were walking just a minute ago. Look how peaceful this is, guys. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna just take a walk over here closer to the edge. Just stunning. It's even prettier when it's warm and sunny out. The water looks so peaceful. Look at that. Just beautiful. I hear the birds singing. Usually this is sometimes an angry river, but today it's really calm and peaceful. Looks like there might be a guy down there fishing. Not sure what he's doing. So peaceful and pretty, don't you think? I wouldn't swim in it though. Okay, I need to film this. This smokestack, you can see that sticking up through those trees over there. That is Uniroyal. That is the famous ball band where they made ball band tennis shoes. And my grandfather, let me see if I can zoom in on that. Right there, there's a smokestack. My grandfather worked there after he came home from World War II. That is no longer functional, obviously, but maybe I can get a better picture of it here. Here's what's left of it. Oops, right there, sorry. So that was a factory that my grandfather worked at. And he made ball band tennis shoes after World War II. I'm gonna try to make it to the bathroom without being attacked by these geese over here. Sometimes they're not so friendly. Oh, there's some pooches over there. Hi, Mr. and Mrs. Geese. How you doing, buddies? All right, quick pit stop. Well, it looks like I'm gonna have to hold it because like I thought, the bathrooms were not open this time of year. So we're getting ready to go over this bridge, I think. Hi, doggies. Hi, doggies. There's some doggies here. Cute pooches, yes. There's some apartments back there. So that's their home. Here's the bridge we're walking over. The river's to the left. A little canalway to the right. Again, it's really pretty when there's leaves on the trees and the sun is shining. You could probably hear those geese in the background. Kind of sounds like Erin's channel a little bit with all her ducks and stuff quacking. Just a beautiful walk. We're so blessed to have this in the area. You just have to be careful, and I've not been paying attention not to step on oh. Hi there. Hi there. Don't chase me. I don't have food. Quack, quack. Actually, I don't know if ducks quack, but they're I think people feed them. So that's kind of why they were coming towards me. Either that, I think it's a little too early for them to have babies yet because it's still cold, but maybe they do. They also like to protect their babies, and they will attack you if you come near them and they have their babies. So there's that. There's some more townhouses over here. People love to live on the river. It's prime real estate. Right now you can see the old Uniroyal and 100 Center, which is unfortunately falling apart. They had a lot of restaurants and places you could go listen to live bands and dance, and unfortunately the last developer who owned it run it into the ground. So there's that. Okay, here are these townhouses close up. They're very pretty, very nice. I think they might be a little bit overpriced. I'm sure they rent at $500,000 or more. And honestly, I just don't think that much is worth that in this area. But what do I know? Here's another guy. Not sure what he's doing. These geese are everywhere. And they bark. They don't quack. They have like a bark. So, yes. Such a beautiful day, a little chilly. Okay, you can see there's the bridge in the distance, the walking bridge, that if you want a shorter walk, you can travel across that. And so we're getting there. We're getting back to the beginning. We don't have much more, I would say half a mile maybe. So this is all new since I last went walking here. These buildings, this is Ironworks. We're gonna be coming upon the ice skating rink here soon. But we used to have to walk on Lincoln Way years ago when I used to walk this. So I've actually never walked this part before. You can see. I don't know if these are additional apartments here or what. I believe they are apartments. So they're really trying to build up the area. When I come around this corner, I will show you the ice skating rink. This is Ironworks. There's an event center in there. You can also enter in there to go skating. And over across the river is our beloved St. Monica's Catholic Church. That's not where I go, but I have many friends who grew up going to that church, and my sister got married there. So I thought, well, that's a good shot of that. We'll just take a picture of that. Again, we're right next to the bridge, and I'm gonna be coming up on the skating rink, so I'll see if I can get that too. Okay, this is cool. There's a rock here that says Gleisner's Point, and J.J. Gleisner was a high school classmate of mine, and I won the John Gleisner Award for excellence at high school, and so I've never seen this before, so this is kind of neat. We are now coming upon this, I don't know if it was millions or billions of dollars ice skating park. But I think Brian Boitano came and skated here when they opened it, if I'm not mistaken. So this is like world-class ice skating park, right? So they put things, you can also rent these little bumper cars. Oh, there's a restroom. I wonder if that's open. I wonder if I can get to that. Hold on. I'll be right back. Nope, the bathroom was not open, so now I have to do a little rock climbing to get back up to the path. Actually, I can just walk over here through the bushes. I was hoping to have access to a bathroom, but I guess there just are no bathrooms open for 50-year-old women at this time. So we'll just keep walking. I'm sure I can make it. So there's the Mill Apartments. They do a lot of activities down here. On this side is the river, and of course the bridge. They have concerts. There's a little band shell over here. Okay, apparently I lost you guys, but I was talking. So this is, again, the ice skating rink. The river water comes down in here. There's a little band shell over here. They have concerts. And in the distance, actually, I'm gonna walk down here because this is Mayor Buter Park. Now, Mayor Buter was the mayor when I was growing up, and I got to meet him. I have a picture somewhere of where I won an art contest when I was a little kid. So I'm gonna walk around here for a minute so you guys can see this. This is just really pretty what they built into here. There's little flowing waterfalls. I'll see if I can zoom up on this. Just really pretty. And then over here is the ball band, beer garden, and they have concerts there during the summer, live music, which is always fun. I don't really drink beer anymore. So let's take a look at this. This is just a really nice place to come out and hang out and relax, read a book, listen to an audiobook in the summertime. It's just really neat what they built here. I don't come down here often, but I think I'm gonna start walking this more and paying attention to it more because it just really is beautiful. Okay, here's that Main Street bridge again. I drive on that all the time here in Mishawaka, and underneath there you can, in a distance, you can see a guy fishing. So people are out fishing today. Okay, we're almost done on the walk. Right over there is where across that bridge is where my car's parked. I'm gonna see if one last ditch attempt to see if the restrooms are open over there, but I've been walking probably for 45 minutes now. I've stopped a couple times, but we're almost at the end. My phone is really dark. I don't know what's going on, but this was a great walk. I encourage you guys to get out, find a park. If you have a nice little walkway like this, do it, even if it's just a few times a week. Even if it's in the cold, you can bundle up. I am freezing all the time, and if I can do it, you can do it, right? So I appreciate you guys taking this walk with me today. I am going to find out how far I actually walked on this walk, and I will record that so you know. I know it was over 2 miles. This is, I believe, almost 3 miles. So in just short of a week, I went from 1 mile to 3 miles. So, and surprisingly, I used to get out of breath walking up the hills on this, right? But no longer, oh, here's a pretty, okay, here's my church. You can at least see the steeple from here. Hold on. Okay, there's St. Joseph's Church. There's some buildings in front of it, City Hall, I think. But there's my beautiful church. Okay, so we're getting near the end of the walk. I'm coming up upon the final bridge. Central Park's just right over there. And this is gonna be it. I am gonna show you the smoked pork butt when I get home, because it just looks so good. And honestly, you can slow cook things, you can go to work, you can put things in the crock pot, even if you're busy. There's ways to live this lifestyle, you know, that isn't complicated, doesn't require a lot of recipes. And I know I've done a lot of recipes in the past, and I still will continue showing people those recipes, right? But it doesn't have to be complicated. Okay, I wanted to show you guys this too. This is a man-made dam, Mishawaka. My screen just got really dark, but it's just beautiful. On the home front here, guys, the final bridge. I feel like Rocky Balboa. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, look! There's a little fitness court over here. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. I forgot about that. I may have to come out here and try to do some workouts. I don't know what I would do on there, but we are at the end of the bridge. Back to Central Park, folks. And for some reason my screen is really dark and I can't see what I'm filming. Central Park. Okay, everybody, Keto Rockstars, I'm back at the house. So as I promised, I'm gonna walk outside and show you this pork butt that's in the smoker. Give me just 1 second. All right, ready? We're gonna get blasted with smoke here. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's not done yet, but look at the bark on the outside of that baby. It's been smoking since 4 a.m. Last I checked the temperature, it was about 170 degrees. So I'm not ready to quite take it out yet, but doesn't that look delicious? Okay, I'm gonna close this back up now. Thank you, Keto Rockstars, for going on a walk with me today. I hope everybody has an amazing day, and we'll see you in the next video. Take care.